Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Guru, dear Bard, and Amir. How's it going? Look at this. What is this? This is... I don't know what this is. Sorry. Good morning, Svensson, Paul Trefal, Irish and Nonsense. Michal and Zertrabuk. Alright. Thanks, Amir. I'm wearing it with pride. So, let's do some topics. Good morning, Svensson. Yeah, I don't really have a hard time like waking up. I tend to just kind of have an on switch, sit up and be done with it. I don't like roll around. Spirit of Nature, Sun Crusher, Fantasy Farmer, Pimped Out Space Marine, Intergalactic Death Dealer, I guess. Cyber Troll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here we go. Number 2. And number 2 is Sun Crusher by Paul Trefal. Trefal. I actually painted a homunculus at once. Right. Let's do this. So, Sun Crusher. My mind instantly went to what's it called? What is it called? Game of Thrones. Like, you know, the topic, not the topic, the episode with the mountain. You know, whoever's seen Paul Game of Thrones is a duel between like this Middle Eastern prince. I guess it's Middle Eastern or Greek or some Spanish or something. Kind of Spanish, but you know, there's not Spain in Game of Thrones. Anyways, and he's dueling against this massive guard called the Mountain, which is actually in reality an Icelandic guy, like one of the largest humans. He's nicknamed the Mountain is justified. You know, he's massive. Hey, Hung. Good morning. Kilrathi. Bombop 92, you're new. Welcome. Yeah, that was his name. Viper. Yeah. So my mind instantly went there, right? To like a Game of Thrones and stuff for some reason. So in my mind, Sun Crusher is actually like a dark knight, I guess, who's like he crushes light, i.e. he's like dark side. I want to change that arm, by the way. It doesn't do what I want him to do. I want him to feel like he has a massive hammer as he crushes the light. So I'm going to change that arm. Michael, that would be a cool thing. Like what's it called when the light is not being reflected? Emissive is being shone, right? But it's being absorbed. Let's give him a massive hammer. Good morning, Eleuthenia. Eller god morgon. You seem Swedish then. Svensson. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's like talking to children here. That's cool, Eleuthenia. So am I. But like on the topic of like absorbing light, I doubt that will have time, to execute that, other than like hinting it. How can you sketch absorbent light or light absorbing armor? Yeah, Vanta Black. Yeah, definitely. Eleuthenia, neither am I. But that doesn't neglect the fact that you're born Viking. So like a plant is absorbing the light, but that is not photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is just transference of sunlight to energy, rather than absorption or non-reflective properties. Eleuthenia, it doesn't matter what we look like, as long as you're Viking in heart, you're good in my book. Yeah, refracted light, there we go. Piotr, you're new. I haven't seen your name before. Give him like, would be cool with like some sort of bespoke armor. Like how can, well maybe like a dead sun. That's cool, Pietro. Thanks for switching off lurk mode. Welcome. But is that this kind of non-reflective behavior is going to be really hard to sketch quickly. Actually, let's remove that shoulder pad and give him a naked arm. I think that would be a little bit cooler. He could have but it's Game of Thrones. Let's try to place it in Game of Thrones. It has to be a little bit more kind of realism in that sense. I mean, dragons is the furthest to like fantastical they have in that universe, isn't it? Um, oh, Boomba. All right, that's cool. So a circle in a circle, is that like black hole? Or like could be symbolized like maybe like a rose with an empty center. Nine minutes in. No, it's not too bad. Not too bad. So he has a hammer. Maybe he can have like a neck guard. If you're gonna be hammering people, he needs some sort of protection. Sun Crusher. Sounds like he's been in a battle or two. Maybe he's like specializes in you know, like Kingslayer. Maybe he specializes in attacking a specific family. Maybe like, you know, like a king. Uh, you know, like a royal family, because they're, you know, like the sun. Maybe their emblem is sun, so he's a sun crusher, and he has a bespoke, light-absorbing or non-reflective armor. Pretty cool. Let's give him some sweaty black hair, like very not full. You know, like he's losing it. Hey, Gaxix, good morning. That's true. I mean, um, um, of course they have the zombies. It's not realistic like medieval TV show. I mean, it is fantastical, but I mean, the kind of wizard that they had one time, you know, he was in his temple, and a lot of it could be like explained by trickery rather than actual magic in that sense, you know. Um, but of course, there is lots of weird, you know, fantastical things like the that red red queen. She's, you know, she's obviously a witch, but I mean, looking at the armor and all these things is very realistic. It's not um, in that sense very like fantastical, made up. It's very much anchored in reality. The costume design, which is really cool. I think they've done a fantastic job on that TV show about when it comes to costumes. Andre, hey, you're new as well. Yeah, my son is he's in the background doing stuff. I kindly asked him to be quiet, but he's doing something. All of you all probably know or can imagine how kids are not the best at remembering. What you specifically asked them. Let's give him some armor on this arm. Some what's it called? Scale, I guess that's called, even though it's bricks. Good morning, Andre. Well, for me, I have kids, so that helps. And besides, I've never really been like a slow starter. Um, the brush is a brush from Aaron Griffin I'm using. It has like a unpure line. That's the only thing. Otherwise, it's just standard brush setting. On the topic of fantasy, I think this month or the previous month on PlayStation Plus, you got Lords of the Fallen for free. I did a lot of work on that game, and it was so fun to see my actual marketing art. I did together with City Interactive on the TV screen, like a PlayStation Store. I mean, it's not the first game, but it's still fun. Fun to see like a huge full screen marketing art thing. Michal, fan art. I think I did like some sporadic Metroid fan art here and there. I did some Game of Thrones uh, fan art a couple years ago. Um, some Star Wars, but I don't do a lot of fan art. I do the reimagining steampunk Star Wars stuff, um, but that's about it. I try to do a lot of my own imagination stuff rather than like the steampunk Star Wars. Um, it's more or less just tacked on in that sense. I mean, my challenge with those was to design something new, but to maintain um, to maintain what's it called, the resemblance of the original. So I designed a new character, but because they don't look like anything like the original, except try to figure out the things that people will go, oh, that's Han Solo. But a good example is Darth Vader. I did. That looks nothing like Darth Vader except the helmet resembles, and that he's black. Here you go, inte nu just nu. Jag bad dig. That's a shame, Svensson. I hate it when that happens, when your least favorite gets picked. That's why at work I always try to teach the mentality of always work all all submissions up to a point where you're happy. But sometimes you have no choice. Sometimes you have to let one go that you're not super happy with. Andre, I work full-time for outsourcing studio called Opus Arts. We do entertainment art for the entertainment industry. So I freelance at night sporadically. It's not like any standard, it's like set schedule for freelancing, but I have personal projects I'm trying to pursue at nights. But I go and do a full day job with Opus Arts. At Opus we have this half hour of sketching for all the artists in the morning, just so we get the imagination flowing, and so that you don't have an excuse of not not being warmed up, so that you can just sit down and do art. So the first thing we do in the morning is to sketch whatever you want to sketch for 30 minutes. So a lot of people have their own little illustrations that they're working on or whatever. I obviously do this, my warm-up stream, but when time runs out, it's back to work. By the way, for people who want this brush, it's in one of Aaron Griffin's brush packs he released. So if you're interested in that, you just Google him. It's Aaron with double A's, I think. So Aaron, Aaron Griffin. Hey, Infinite Divide. I'm a little bit sick still, but I'm kicking its ass. I got some cough and some slight snot, but it's not like like it was last week. Good morning, Mila. Well, this is 129, so that is my math is not operational at the moment. 2 months are, oh, actually, it's 20 days a month. So that is 2 months are 40, 4 months are 80. Yeah, you get the idea. For half a year now, maybe? Can that? No, it can't. Yeah, it can be. Because it's not daily, it's every working day. Michael, yeah, the whole advanced brush thing, I don't think it matters that much. I just kind of like it at the moment. For the longest time ever, I used only like normal hard brush. That's the only thing I used for majority of all my work. So you don't really need brushes, but it can help. It can help you a lot, especially if your style of drawing or painting requires a specific look that you enjoy, which can mean you need your custom brush, right? I mean, in this way of sketching with this brush wouldn't look as good with a flat um, hard brush. So I mean, with this, it do help, but it's just a matter of figuring out what you need the brush to do. That's good. That's awesome, Michal. Congratulations. That's cool, Sensen. Congratulations. It's not easy to find, but when you do, enjoy it. Hugo, vad håller du på med?
Det är en överraskning.
He's doing something. You can hear him like in the kitchen running around. He's up to something. It would be cool to have time to paint the armor, but I don't think I do. Hugo! He decided it would be a great thing to start singing. I don't want him to be singing. I asked him kindly, you can do as much as you want after. But you guys remember when he was home during the summer? It was what it was, right? Bored kids always come up with the least enjoyable thing to endure as a parent. My son is home this week because school has a vacation. And he's actually going to be on his mother, my wife. She is in this kind of kids fashion brand. She's the marketing designer and social media person. And my son will be in a fashion walk, a catwalk, uh, this weekend. He's been many times. Both kids, my kids are kind of like occasional kids models for fashion. He's looking forward to it. My daughter is like born to pose. It's crazy. Even like a little kid. Um, that photographers were like saying like she's so good at like modeling. She just knew exactly like how to pose and so on. Hugo, snälla. It's crazy. Hugo, snälla. Det räcker nu. Hey, Ricky Martinez. It's my son's like in one ear, out the other. What can you do? Right. I think this is it for today. I love this kind of dirty brush. It's really, really handy. It gives me a really nice textural sketchiness to it. Alright, that's it. I can't do anymore. Time's up. Thank you very much. My son is just throwing me off. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your day. Wherever you are in the world. Yeah, Bomba, I will reply that on that email. I just have a shit tons of things to do. I'll make sure to answer it. Um, anyways, catch you all tomorrow morning. Bye bye bye.